What's up, guys? Kitten Plays MC here, back again with some Phantom Forces on Roblox. This is going to be kind of a part 2 to my crappy fast food worker stories. So, this is the last part as well, but if you haven't seen the first part, you probably should see it, because you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's begin. If you're looking at the title of this video, there's a pretty obvious indication that she got fired. And there's many reasons to why this girl got fired. Some of it had to do with me, and some of it was at her own, own will. So, let's begin. Why she got fired. So, I had to work on Friday from 11:15 a.m. to 7 p.m. I normally don't work that shift. I normally work like 12 to 4 on Sunday and Saturday. I just said that backwards. And Friday, 5 to 9, so I can pre-close. Which again is totally okay. I'm okay with working those shifts, but I sometimes get called in for a little bit more. I'm just like, okay, cool. That day happened to be one of those. So that day I worked with the assistant manager and another girl, and I was like, okay, cool. We both get along pretty well, or both of us get along. Me and the assistant manager just talk about car rims and stuff, and how sexy his car rims are in his old car and stuff. And me and the other girl just talk about, like, school and stuff. That's pretty much it. But yeah, basically that's it. All we did that entire day. I just sat on my phone, made sandwiches, the works. Okay, 2 o'clock, the assistant manager left, as usual. And around 4 o'clock is when this crappy girl came in. So I was talking about her, and she was saying the same thing that everyone else is saying, is that she's garbage to work with. Now, she did not have to work for that day, because she obviously clocks out when this girl came in. So I was like, okay, well, wish me luck. I'm just preparing myself mentally to be berated throughout the entire day. So I was just sitting there when nobody was in the store. I, like, ate a cookie or two, drank some soda, and just prepared myself for the Armageddon that was upon me. So, eventually 4 o'clock came, Judgment Day, and what happened was, my assistant left, and, assistant manager left already, and the coworker that, left as well. So, I was only left in the store with this one girl, which I hate her guts. And, what happened was the first hour I worked for her wasn't that terrible. It happened the last time as well. I didn't really, have a bad time the first hour. She's generally pretty down to earth the first hour, but after that, she started getting pissy at me for no reason. So after that first hour, she wanted me to clean the cookie case, so I was like, okay, I can do that. And then I started cleaning it, I got a rag, and I just started doing my thing. Stop moving around so much, please. God keeps moving my freaking around, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I start doing my thing. I start, cleaning that cookie case, because, I eat out of that cookie case sometimes, so it needs to be squeaky freaking clean. So, yeah, I clean it, and then she's just like, what are you doing? I'm just like, cleaning the cookie case. And then she's like, no, you're supposed to go to the back and clean the cookie case back there. So I'm just like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then I just start moving the cookie case, and she has a little bit of attitude when she's saying this to me, so I knew shit was about to go down. Sorry for cursing, but I knew it was about to go down. So, comes to the back, starts yelling at me. I figured it was going to happen anyway. So, she starts yelling at me about how stuff isn't done once again, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'll get it done. I said whatever, and she took that as attitude, and I wasn't really giving her attitude. I was just like, okay, I'll get it done. And she took that like I was being mean to her or rude to her, and she is like, wow, why are you being mean to me? This is why people think I'm a bitch. It's because people tell me because I tell people how to do their job, because I have to pick up on your slack. I'm just like, I'm not an octopus by any means, guys. I can't do 15 things at once. I have to do one thing at a time. Okay, clean the cookie case, clean out the sink, do the dishes, etc. But I can't do everything at once, so she is ridiculously stupid for thinking I can. Also, so many people, holy crap. Oh, wow. Wow, that was terrible. Anyway, yeah, she pretty much berated me for no reason, because I couldn't get the cookie case done fast enough, but it would have been a lot quicker just to wipe it down, give it a quick rundown throughout the front of the store. She kept yelling at me at the front of the store once again when we were working with customers, and I was just like, okay, I'm sorry. How did I get 40 kills that round? Ridiculous. And she was just like, okay, well, you're not doing your job properly and stuff. And then she's contradicting herself totally by saying that, because she was supposed to do most of the pre-closing shifts, and she did none of them. I did basically all of the pre-closing shifts. She also made me cry. This is near the end, but she was berating me the entire time, cursing at me, yelling at me and stuff. And then near the end, She started making fun of my hunchback, because most people don't know this. I mean, I don't think anyone really knows this unless they know me personally in real life, but I do have kind of a hunchback, because I have posture damage. I've had several herniated discs as a kid, and I have posture damage on my back, so I can't really help it. It's not very noticeable, but it's slightly noticeable that my back's kind of, hunched down just a little bit. I can't really help it, but she proceeded to, like, make fun of it and was, like, walking around the store with a hunchback and her arms slouched down and telling me to walk a little bit faster. I can't walk that fast, guys. I will hurt myself doing that. And then I'm just like, what the hell, dude? You can't make fun of my back and, like, be mean like that. And then she kept making fun of me and was like, okay, well, you're going to be here all effing night doing your pre-closing work while I'm going to be sitting at home smoking cigarettes. And she walked out, took a smoke break, and I was just like, wow, absolutely ridiculous. And then this is the part where she made me cry. She walked in, and I was stocking the chips, getting stuff done. And she walked into the store and basically told me that I was absolutely worthless to the store and had zero reason to be there. Like, why did I even bother applying there, and that I should just go home and never come back. That that just totally broke me down, because I was already at a breaking point. I was done with this girl for that day, and I really did not want to hear any more crap. Because believe it or not, guys, I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. Like, I don't just play Roblox and go to my job. I have a lot of, like, drama that happens in my life sometimes. So I get a lot of build-up, like a lot of built-up tension, and that was just one of those moments where I was just, like, just totally done with it. I just did not want to be there. And I'm not really the guy to show my emotions, right? I'm just more of a chill, laid-back person with my emotions. Like, I'm pretty emotionless at times. But she broke me down. And, of course, as you saw this, she tried to make it better, but it really wasn't working. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can do? Like, she did that fake sympathy, like, that fake sympathy bullshit. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, is there anything I could do? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And all this other crap. Like, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go home. She's like, okay, that's fine. And she told me that she was like, hey, can you not tell the manager? And I'm just like, sure, I won't tell the manager. And in my head, I'm thinking, hell no, am I not telling the manager? Like, are you stupid? Like, of course I'm gonna tell the manager. Like, I talked to my dad right after I got off my shift, basically crying. He's like, you need to tell your manager about that, man. Like, you cannot be treated like that. So then I was like, okay, I agree with you, I'm gonna do it. So then, I come into work the next day. It was on Saturday, I believe, because I worked Friday that night from 11 to 7. Walked in there Saturday. My assistant manager was there. My manager doesn't work weekends, so I couldn't talk to her directly. And my assistant manager and I get along really well, as I said in the beginning of this video. So, once we were empty, we were, like, done with customers and stuff, when he was watching Netflix in the back of the manager room, I went up to him and I was like, hey man, I need to talk to you about something, and it's about insert name here. And he was like, okay, what's up? So then I start talking to him about her, and I'm just like, hey, look, she is totally treating me like crap. She totally broke me down in the front of the store. She was cursing at me in front of customers. She was yelling at me in front of customers, and she doesn't respect any other people's work. Like, she'll totally act like I'm nothing and act like she's in the right when she's not. And he's just like, okay, well, yeah, I'll see if I can have anything done about it. I was like, I can respect that she gets her job done and stuff. And he was like, oh wait, no. Believe it or not, she is not perfect, man. So I was like, all right, cool. And I come back the next day on Sunday, and I find out she's not on the payroll anymore. Ignore my very annoying cat in the background, please. But yeah, I find out she's not in the scheduled payroll anymore. Like, normally when I walk into work, I check the schedule, and I saw she wasn't on there, which kind of, drew my attention just a tad bit. I was like, hey, assistant manager name, why is she not on the schedule anymore? He was like, oh, she quit. I was like, what? Really? So yeah. So for a few hours, I'm under the impression that she quit her job, and she was just done with me. So that is until my friend came in and saw everything that happened. Apparently, that day on Sunday, my manager came in at 7 o'clock in the morning, and, our freezer broke down. So she had to come in and fix it, because all the stuff got ruined inside of the freezer, and it was pretty stressful for her to have everything in the freezer ruined. So she was pretty pissed off. And then the other girl, the crappy girl, is, like, still there, because she works sometimes in the morning, and then she's just, like, my manager comes up to her and is like, hey, you need to stop treating people like crap, man. And this is after my assistant manager talked to her, because when my assistant manager talked to her, he was just like, look, you need to be real. You're like 26 years old, pardon me, and these are teenagers. You need to grow the hell up and just stop it. And I see this guy walking up the stairs. There we go. Anyway, and when he said this to her, she went off, like, yelling in his face. Now, here's the thing. My assistant manager, is a very large man. Like, this guy, he's not fat, but he's, like, large. Like, you know, some guy, like, you wouldn't really want to mess with. So I'm kind of surprised that she yelled in his face. And my assistant manager does not put up with that bullshit, guys. He's just like, okay, if you want to yell at someone, yell at the manager, because I don't put up with this crap. He works 50 hours a week, he's got a kid, and it's just ridiculous how he even bothered to yell at her, because he's such a nice guy. So then she's like, alright, I will. So then she went in there, and she was like, hey, my manager was like, hey, you need to stop treating people like crap and yelling at my assistant manager. And then she started yelling in her face, my manager's face. And was like, okay, well, you need to calm down. And she was yelling in front of the customers, getting all up in her face, and was like, waving fingers and stuff in my manager's face. And then, wow, I keep getting camping sniped by this guy. Rank 104 in your camper. Wow. Anyway, yeah, she was yelling in her face and stuff, and it was just ridiculous. So at that point, my manager was just like, you know what, go home. I'm not dealing with you. I don't want to put up with you today. So then she went home, and then came back a little bit later. But before that, my manager was like, just fire that hoe. I don't want to work with this girl anymore, and I don't think anyone else does either. And is it just me, or is this map like literally full of campers, man? Holy hell. Anyway, when that happened, she came back later to pick up her paycheck, and was like, hey, when do I work again? And then she was like, you don't work here anymore. So I saw that happen, and there was a huge fight that persisted between it, and I just had to kind of sit in the back and pretend nothing was happening, and she stormed off and proceeded to live on with her life. So yeah, guys, that's how I got someone fired. Kind of. I mean, she kind of brought it upon herself by, you know, treating the managers like total garbage. That's one, like, unspoken rule you should kind of know without having anyone to tell you. Like, you don't yell at your boss, man. Like, that is stupid. That is a way to lose your job in, like, 5 freaking seconds. Like, they can just decide whether you're fired or not, so it's stupid for her to even do that. And she was like, oh, my homegirls can get me another job at another Subway or something. My manager's just like, look, I don't care if your homegirls could get you a job at another Subway. Just, you're not going to work here, so get out. And yeah. Anyway, guys, that's how I got a girl fired. And I'm just glad she doesn't work there anymore. I really am. And I'm going to play with this guy. Oh, no. Oh, that sucked. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to end this video before I start rambling. There's not going to be a third part to this series. Well, there already is with the crappy customers. Like, I'll probably make a part 4, because I saw a lot more crappy customers come in today at work. I don't know if I sound really tired, but I am genuinely really tired at the time of making this video. I've been working all freaking weekend, and I'm just ready to go to bed. So yeah, peace out, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. And just by the way, this probably isn't the first time this will happen. You always work with crappy people once in your life. But yeah, before I start rambling, once again, peace out, guys. Peace.